Salute, man! It's your bro BBD here, and this video is entitled Madmen. Masculinity is non-reactive. How to be masculine and confident in tense situations. Let's get into it. Stay tuned, and let's start the show. Bad Boy D TV. There are a lot of madmen in this world, and madmen, but you don't want to be crazy, and you don't want to get too angry. However, anger, there's a time and place for that. However, masculinity is non-reactive, and you can really put yourself to the test in tense situations. However, in general, you do just want to be more masculine. Embrace your masculinity, guys. Don't let all the shaming and all that malarkey get to you. Because you truly feel confident when you embrace your masculinity. When you take up space and you speak with purpose and pride and conviction in what you believe. And you're willing to fight for it. And depending on circumstances, maybe die for it. But there's a method to it, guys. You don't want to be one of those over-the-top masculine mad dudes. Madman. A madman. You don't want to be one of those guys that... You probably know what I'm talking about. The type of guy who clearly has something to prove. He's louder than he has to be. He's always telling people stories about how great he is and the great things he's done. We all know someone like that. When you're confident in your masculinity, you don't feel like you have something to prove to anybody. And if you're good at what you do and you're good at life, people will notice by your actions. You don't have to tell elaborate stories or show people how great you are. And the word shit test gets thrown around a lot. And it's not just from women. Life will give you shit tests too, especially when you're leveling up. Life will level up the difficulty level. It's not like you'll have it all figured out and it's just a cakewalk. It's a constant challenge. But yeah, when women give you shit tests, you should be non-reactive to them. Put her in her place in a kind, masculine way from time to time. Don't yell and scream and throw a temper tantrum. And that goes for everything, all aspects of life. You have to deal with things in as cool, calm, and collective way as possible. And it is much easier said than done, but practice makes perfect. And over time, it just becomes part of your nature. You should treat women and treat life like you're an authority figure. Like you're someone who commands respect and deserves respect. Because as I alluded to earlier, actions speak much louder than words. And if you convey that you're a hard worker, you have a good work ethic, and you're a tough SOB in life, people will take notice. And I've said this before, that the less you seek the validation of others, the more you're gonna get. It's like, once you stop caring about something so much, you get a whole bunch of it. It's the balance of the neutrality of life. Like, I often think of cats for an example. Like, once you push them away and you don't want anything to do with them, that's when they want your attention the most. And when you're trying to hang out with them and cuddle with them, they don't want to have anything to do with you. And eye contact is important. You want to make eye contact as much as possible. And the more confident you get, the easier it becomes. The problem is a lot of other people won't hold eye contact with you. You don't have to always, stare at guys, man. That's... Shout out to M from the 33 Secrets. That guy gets a lot of flack, but I actually like him. He was doing alpha videos before anybody was. And he was talking one time about the beta male stare down. How the two beta males stare each other down. And, I don't want to break eye contact. Whoever breaks eye contact is more beta. I don't even like looking at guys. Like, why would I want to look at some other dude in the eyes? But yes, holding good, steady, normal, natural eye contact, which I have trouble with this camera. I keep looking at my reflection, but as naturally masculine as possible. You can look away, you don't have to follow this guideline book of eye contact. But I'm not saying it's not important. And when you ooze masculine confidence, don't be shocked when you get more shoes and saying lather. Something about the red. I was just having a female stare me down like a hungry dog would look at a T-bone steak in the cigar shop. And on that note, when you get your confidence up, don't be surprised if it's irritating sometimes. Sometimes you'll see what more attractive people have to go through sometimes, because sometimes the attention is unwanted. Like I said, when you kind of repel or don't care, it gets drawn right to you. It's crazy how that works. So stay centered, stay in your masculinity. It feels so good. You don't have to be loud or obnoxious. You're just centered, like a rock. You can throw down at any time. You're in control, and you're the opposite of feminine. Because feminine is chaotic and uncontrollable and emotional and unstable. It's like they're a raging tornado and you're a massive, strong boulder. So yeah, fellas, being masculine, centered, and calm is where it's at. Stoicism is a great practice. Also, when stuff happens to me, I just sometimes remind myself, whether it's true or not, I believe it to be true, that things don't happen to you, they happen for you. So when something sets you back, or something terrible happens, keep in the back of your mind that ultimately it's for your betterment in the long run. Like, let's give an example. Say your project, you accidentally deleted a project you just worked 5 hours on. You could think, well, the new project, even though I'm behind and this is extremely frustrating, the new project I'm going to put together, it's probably going to be 2 times better. And I'm going to have a lot more success out of it in the long run. So it's a good thing. Things didn't happen to me, they happened for me. And ensure your testosterone's pumping on all cylinders, guys. I'm going to have to make another video about foods and daily activities for testosterone. But ensure you're doing your squats at the gym, squats or deadlifts or both, bench press, compound movements. Make sure you're eating a high-fat diet, healthy fat, no vegetable oils except olive oil. Make sure you're getting your red meat and your eggs and taking a multivitamin that's high in zinc, and get your aggression out that way. Because when your testosterone's high, your masculine essence is high, and you're ready for whatever life throws at you. Don't be timid, don't be afraid to speak your mind, don't be afraid to take up space. Spread your arms out, spread your legs, throw your bag across the room. Man spread. Dare one of those feminists to pour water on your crotch because you're man spreading. Take your time responding. Don't always be so reactive and quick to respond. Take your time. You'll notice that the most masculine characters in movies are slow and methodical in their response. And they're the ones in the movies that get the most respect. Unfortunately, nowadays, with modern cinema and media, it's the bad guy. Usually it's the villains now that are the most masculine ones. Go figure. Man bad. Man bad. So if you do have to raise your voice to make a point, be slow and stern about it. You don't freak out and throw a tantrum like a little baby. I was talking about masculine characters in shows that you can refer to. I often think of Negan. I don't know what he was like in the most recent episodes, but in the first 2 seasons he was in, I really enjoyed his character. That's a dude. And he never really freaked out. He had to smack his bat down sometimes, terminate a few people's lives. But Negan is a great example of a masculine, stern, stoic dude. You often think of Thanos. Yeah, Don Draper. He wasn't a villain, but he's good. You don't raise your voice or freak out. You can show that you're angry without losing your cool or being a madman. Just remind yourself, when shit hits the fan, you're gonna be okay no matter what. You're a masculine man and you're gonna get through this. And there's no need to freak out or lose your cool, because 99% of the time that will make the situation worse. And remember, masculine men are hunters, warriors, and thinkers. If you're those 3, hunter, warrior, and a thinker, you're gonna stand out like a sore thumb, like a big old red sore thumb in this binary society. Keep in mind too, guys, the more you get respect from people and the more masculine confidence you exude, the more incognito haters you're gonna get. Sometimes the ones with a pair might confront you a little bit, but most will do it behind your back. You're gonna get a lot of hate sent your way. Just be prepared for it. Be mentally prepared for it, because it's gonna happen. But if you're in your masculine frame, you don't give a damn. And judge the situation. Know when to just laugh and walk away. And sometimes you're a man and you can't get punked out, man. You gotta stand up for yourself. You have to gauge the situation. Don't get in your emotions. Think rationally and assess the situation as to what to do. And if you have to knock a Mufuga out and spend a Mufuga night in jail, like I said, don't let your emotions get the best of you. Engage the situation. In your heart, you'll know what to do. You'll know what's best in that specific situation. So in tense situations, be the calm, masculine, stoic, centered one that ain't never scared. And the only tension will be coming from the other side, because you're all good. Appreciate you checking out this video. Check out one of my latest videos right there. I'll drop another one that may be of interest right there. I'll put another cool one down yonder. And subscribe to BBD right there. I'm out of here. Peace.